Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our presentation on the comprehensive overview of real estate and market dynamics. Today, we'll be diving into the characteristics of different properties, the various factors that influence the market, the key players involved, and some of the emerging trends shaping the future of real estate. I'm excited to explore these topics with you and provide insights that will deepen your understanding of this complex and evolving industry. Let's get started. Real estate refers to land along with any permanent improvement on it, such as buildings, structures, and even natural resources like water and minerals. One key characteristic of real estate is immobility, which means that the property itself cannot be moved from one location to another. Another important aspect is its uniqueness. No two parcels of real estate are exactly the same, which makes every property distinct. Additionally, real estate assets are durable. They tend to last for a long time and maintain their value over the years. Real estate is incredibly important not only because it provides spaces for living, business, and production, but also because it plays a crucial role in wealth building and investment strategies. Finally, we generally classify properties into four main types: residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural. Each of these serves different purposes and caters to different needs in the market. When we talk about real estate markets, we're referring to platforms where properties are bought, sold, or leased. These markets can take place in traditional physical settings like open houses or real estate offices, but they also exist online through listing services and auction sites. It's important to understand how these markets are segmented. We have the primary market, where new properties are introduced for the first time. Then there's the secondary market, which deals with the resale of existing properties. Lastly, the rental market focuses on leasing arrangements. The activity within these markets is driven by supply and demand, but it's also shaped by broader economic conditions such as interest rates, as well as changing demographic trends. These factors all play a crucial role in how dynamic the market is. Real estate markets don't just impact individual transactions, they have a significant multiplier effect on the overall economy, influencing everything from construction jobs to consumer spending. Understanding these elements gives us a clearer picture of what fuels real estate activity and why it's such a vital part of economic health. When we look at what drives real estate markets, three main factors come into play. First, supply and demand. Simply put, the balance between the number of properties available and how many buyers are interested really shapes prices and how many transactions happen. If there are more buyers than homes, prices tend to go up and vice versa. Next, economic conditions have a huge impact. Things like interest rates, inflation, and employment levels determine how affordable properties are and how eager investors feel about putting their money into real estate. For example, low interest rates can make borrowing cheaper, encouraging more purchases. Finally, government policies also play a critical role. Zoning laws, taxation, and various incentives can either encourage or restrict development. These regulations shape how the market behaves by influencing both supply and demand on a local and broader scale. Together, these factors create a constantly evolving real estate landscape. When we look at the real estate market, several key players interact to keep everything functioning smoothly. First, we have buyers and sellers. These are the individuals or organizations acquiring or selling properties. Then, there are investors whose main goal is to generate income or see their investment appreciate over time. Next, developers play a crucial role by either constructing new buildings or renovating existing ones to increase value. Intermediaries, like agents and brokers, act as facilitators, helping transactions happen and offering valuable market expertise. Lenders, such as banks and financial institutions, provide the necessary financing through mortgages and loans. Finally, regulators, the government bodies, ensure the market operates fairly by enforcing laws, zoning rules, and overseeing compliance. Together, all these players contribute to the market's liquidity, help determine prices, and maintain regulatory standards. When we look at current trends in real estate, technology is playing a huge role. We're seeing a rise of AI, virtual, and augmented reality, which are transforming how buyers and tenants can explore properties remotely and in much more immersive ways. Plus, blockchain is enhancing transparency in transactions, making the process more secure and trustworthy. On the economic side, rising interest rates and inflation are creating significant challenges. These factors are driving up costs, which impacts both affordability for buyers and renters, and the potential returns investors can expect. This affordability crisis is a major concern as it limits access to housing for a growing number of people. At the same time, urbanization continues to shape the market with more people moving to cities, alongside shifts in household structures and an aging population. There's also a strong push toward sustainability, with increased demand for energy efficient buildings and greener construction practices. Meanwhile, changing zoning laws, tax policies, and housing regulations are reshaping how new developments proceed and what's possible in the market. All these dynamics together are redefining real estate today.